Hi guys, what I wanted to talk to you about today is a question I get a lot. I get it all the time, and it's, is Beachbody a scam, and is Beachbody a weird pyramid scheme? And before I answer that question, I really want to ask you, what do you mean by that? Because when you ask someone that question, a lot of the times they don't really know, and they have probably heard that a network marketing company is a company that takes advantage of people, and they're slimy and they're weird, right? But I can just tell you that it's 100% illegal to have a pyramid scheme. And what that is, what a pyramid scheme technically is that it's a company that is making a lot of money from people signing up below people and not direct commissions from a product. So basically there isn't really any product consumption by customers. It's almost like a fake product was created and it's sold by distributors to whoever, but you're really making more money from people signing up below you than actual commissions from products. So Beachbody is not like that at all. And I want to go into a little bit about how this whole network marketing opportunity came about with Beachbody so that you can better understand how and why it works. Because if you're like me, you're super skeptical as to how this can work and how you can actually generate income and it be something that you're successful at, because I've been there. So the way this came about was basically it started with our CEO, Carl Deichler, and his partner. And Carl was a really big infomercial guy. He was an infomercial guru, and they did a bunch of different products. But along the way, they found out that fitness was a great industry and that fitness was kind of their thing. It was their niche. So they teamed up and found a guy by the name of Tony Horton, which you've probably heard of before. He's the creator of P90X and in that series of workouts. So he created P90X, and they created this program and people were having success. So they heard, but what they were really lacking is customer testimonials and real customer success stories from the outside. So they had this forum. They set up this forum for people to be able to converse with each other and just have a place to go to ask questions and kind of be this community. And what they found was along the way, there were people that were going through the program or have completed it, or, they kind of use it as a daily check-in system, to ask questions for accountability, that sort of thing. And they saw people actually coaching people through the programs. And so they thought, what if we were able to create a structure and a plan for these people where they could actually make money just by sharing their stories and by helping others complete their journey and go on this amazing journey for themselves. And, fast forward about 9 years later, 8.5, 9 years later, which is today, we have over 400,000 coaches in the network. But I will say that over 70% of the company's income and profits are from customers first, not by people signing up under people. So what I want to ask you is, could this be something that to change your life? And I know for me, on my personal journey, the accountability and the support and the community really made a big difference for me. We don't want just like a bunch of coaches in the network, because a lot of times, for me personally, for someone who signs up under me as a coach, I reap no benefits whatsoever unless that person decides that they're ready for a change in their life. And it's not just physical. Of course, you'll be on your health and fitness journey, and that's great. But if that's all that you want to do, you're better off staying a customer versus signing up as a coach under me. And so, of course you want that outside transformation, but I feel like transformation happens from the inside out. You become a different person. So it's an internal journey as well. It's realizing that you want to reach your full potential and go for something bigger and better. You want to make an impact. You want to give back to people and help them in the way that these things have been able to help you. And change for yourself has to happen first. And we always work and start with that first. But you want to work on yourself and then help others and encourage others to go on this journey and do it together and have that community and have that support system. And it's something that you'll always be on. You're always going to be on your journey. It's not like you were on your journey. You're always going to be on it. And it's something that you're always going to be going through. So that really is what coaching is all about. It's basically a compensation plan that can completely change your life just by sharing your story and helping others. And I've told my story a little bit in other videos, and I want to share it here today as well, because I think it's important to understand the process a little bit better. So out of college, I was a serial entrepreneur. I initially through school was I felt like I was falling into the server and bartender world forever. And I felt really stuck. That wasn't for me. That's not what I had envisioned for myself. And so I started my own business, and I became a baker. I had a cake pop and gourmet treats business that I worked from in a retail store. And that failed about 2 years after I started it. And I was really, really discouraged, and I was depressed. And so I actually came across an opportunity from a friend that allowed me to enter into an industry that I always dreamed of myself in. And it gave me the opportunity to use my degree. And that was medical and surgical sales. And I did that for a little over 3 years. But I quickly learned that that wasn't the lifestyle that I had envisioned for myself and for my family. It wasn't the atmosphere that I felt where I could succeed the most. It was really cutthroat. It just really wasn't for me. And I didn't want it to be all about the money that was at my fingertips. I wanted to be happy as well. So even on top of that, my husband and I, we were in a broken marriage. We were over almost $100,000 in debt, and we started to not see a future together. But I can sit here today and tell you 2 years later, a little over 2 years later, at the age of 31, that I have a baby on the way with my husband. We are happily married. We have zero debt. We're debt free. And we feel that, and I feel that I'm finally on a journey where I can, I found my purpose. I found my full potential, and I've been able to give back to others in ways that I've always dreamed of. So I say finally, right? I finally found my place. And I never knew that it was going to be in this industry, honestly. But I feel like it's my responsibility to share that with other people. We don't have this group set up to just recruit a bunch of other people into our team, or convince you to do something that you may or may not want to do. That's not what it's about. It's about finding those people who are ready, that match the culture that we and that I've envisioned for our team. And, want to continue this ripple effect with us that, started about 2 years ago with me and change hundreds and thousands of lives for people. And it might seem simple to a lot of us to just talk about the fitness program, but it's really, like I said, the community and the accountability and the friends that you make along the way that are truly invested in your life is what made a difference for me. It lifted me higher. It lifted me to and elevated me to a different place in my life that I felt complete happiness. So You know, I don't know where you are in your life, obviously, but I hope that at the end of these 3 days, you will know, and you'll feel that calling to do something great with your life, to maybe step out of your comfort zone a little bit and realize that something like this could potentially change your life forever. And I really hope to see you on the other side and for you to take this step with me and my team, because we're here for you 100%.